now less than 8 minutes from launch time. At T-minus 7 minutes, the chill down procedure will begin on the first stage's Merlin main engines. This involves thermally conditioning the Merlin engines for their role in tonight's mission. Small amounts of super cold liquid oxygen will be flowed into the propellant lines, and the turbo machinery inside each of the Merlin engines at the base of the Falcon 9 rocket to begin what's called a chill down. This chill down, again, thermally conditions those components for flight tonight. That process should begin at T-minus 7 minutes, around 10 seconds from this moment. Everything looking good for launch this evening. No reports of any technical issues. Weather is fantastic for launch this evening with clear skies overhead. Should make for a spectacular view of the Falcon 9 climbing into space just after sunset. The Falcon 9 booster will also be returning to Cape Canaveral around 8 minutes later. So an up and down view of the Falcon 9 should be apparent to anyone on the Space Coast. That chill down procedure is now confirmed underway by SpaceX's launch conductor.
Stage 1, RP1 load is complete.
The first stage RP1 tank is now full. So that means stage 1 and stage 2 have both received their full loads of kerosene fuel this evening. Liquid oxygen loading into both stages will continue until around T-minus 2 minutes. At that point, the rocket will be fully loaded with propellants. More than 1 million pounds of liquid propellants will power the Falcon 9 off the pad tonight. But that kerosene fuel, 46,000 gallons of it, now fully loaded into the Falcon 9 rocket. Now T-minus 5 minutes and counting. In a few moments, you'll see the strongback structure on the right side of the Falcon 9 launch vehicle in this view. That strongback structure will be retracted to a position about 1.5 degrees from the Falcon 9's skin. That is the holdback point for the strongback structure up until ignition and liftoff. At that point, the strongback will begin a rapid retract to clear the way for the Falcon 9 to climb off of the launch pad. Now, T-minus 4 minutes and 27 seconds. Those clamps are opening to allow that strongback structure to begin its retraction.
Strongback retract in progress.
That strongback retraction is in progress. Now T-minus 3 minutes and 30 seconds. In the past few minutes, the Falcon 9 rocket's navigation system and guidance systems have been verified in the proper configuration for flight this evening. The rocket's autonomous flight safety system, which would be used to destroy the vehicle if it flew off course tonight, should have also been verified ready for flight. Now approaching T-minus 3 minutes and counting. In the next minute or so, the final bit of liquid oxygen will be loaded into the rocket, and we just heard confirmation that the stage 1 liquid oxygen load is now complete. Stage 2 liquid oxygen will be secured momentarily. Again, you're looking at a live view of the Falcon 9 on its launch pad as the countdown approaches the T-minus 2-minute mark. Now T-minus 2 minutes.
Stage 2 LOX load is complete.
Now T-minus 90 seconds. The Falcon 9 rocket is now fully loaded with more than 1 million pounds of liquid oxygen and kerosene. That propellant loading process has been secured. At T-minus 60 seconds, the Falcon 9 will be in startup mode. Its onboard computers will begin guiding the rocket through the final 60 seconds of the countdown.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
Now T-minus 50 seconds. We heard that startup call from SpaceX's launch conductor a few seconds ago. The Falcon 9 rocket's propellant tanks are now being pressurized for flight. That ignition of the Merlin engines is expected at T-minus 3 seconds. And we just heard the final go from launch from SpaceX's launch director.
T-minus 30 seconds.
Now T-minus 20 seconds.
T-minus 15 seconds.
T-minus 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2,
10,
1.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
And ignition
4,
and liftoff
3,
of the Falcon 9 rocket
2,
carrying Italy's
1,
Cosmos SkyMed
0.
radar
Ignition
satellite into orbit.
and liftoff. In Boca
Falcon 9
El
climbing
Lupo.
away.
Go Falcon, go Cosmo.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
M1 chamber pressures are nominal.
Falcon 9 climbing into a clear sky about 10 minutes after sunset. Beautiful view of the rocket as it heads south-southeast with Italy's Cosmos SkyMed radar satellite. The rumble now passing over the Space Center. The rocket now about a minute into flight. Beautiful view as the Falcon 9 heads downrange.
Falcon 9 is supersonic. Max Q.
Now approaching T+1 minute 50 seconds. Falcon 9 continuing its flight downrange, flying into sunlight now.
vehicles on a nominal trajectory.
And we have confirmation of main engine cutoff,
Go.
stage separation, and ignition of stage
Stage
2.
separation confirmed.
We expect to see that first stage. There it is,
And
beginning its
ignition.
boost back maneuver, coming back to Cape Canaveral.
Stage 1, boost back startup.
Gorgeous view high above Cape Canaveral. The second stage progressing downrange with the Cosmos SkyMed radar satellite heading into polar orbit. The first stage beginning or nearing the end of its boost back burn. Looks like there was just cutoff of the boost back burn approaching now. There's cutoff of the boost back burn. Cold gas thrusters now firing to reorient the stage
Shutdown.
for its descent back to landing zone 1.
Bearing separation confirmed.
We've heard confirmation of the payload fairing separation now. Continuing to see both vehicles, the second stage continuing its flight downrange, and stage 1 now almost directly overhead Cape Canaveral for its descent.
Both vehicles continue to follow nominal trajectories.
Stage 1, entry burn startup.
Now the entry burn now underway for stage 1. 3 of its engines firing to slow it down for landing.
Stage 1, entry burn shutdown.
Stage 2 FTS has saved. Stage 1 FTS has saved.
with vehicles are on nominal trajectories.
And there's ignition for the landing burn.
Stage 1
Final descent
transonic.
underway toward landing zone 1.
Stage 1 landing burn. Stage 1 landing leg deploy. Stage 1 landing confirmed.
And there you heard just double sonic booms heralding the Falcon 9 booster's arrival back at Cape Canaveral. We've heard confirmation
Terminal
from
guidance.
SpaceX that the landing was successful. The landing on landing zone 1 around 6 miles south of the Falcon 9 booster's starting point. The second stage now in the final phase of its burn, heading into orbit.
Seco 1.
Nominal orbit insertion.
Once again, we've heard confirmation from SpaceX that the landing did occur successfully down on landing zone 1, this booster completing its third trip to space. About a minute later, the SECO call, the second stage engine cutoff call, was heard over SpaceX's audio loops, indicating that the Falcon 9's upper stage did achieve a
Expected
parking orbit
LS Cape.
with the Cosmos SkyMed second generation radar satellite. This rocket will coast for another 45 minutes or so before a brief restart to circularize the satellite's orbit, setting up for deployment of that 2.2 metric ton spacecraft at T+1 hour. That deployment coming at 7:11 p.m. or 12:11 a.m. UTC. Now approaching T+11 minutes. The second stage is flying over the Caribbean Sea, about to pass over Central America and head out over the Pacific Ocean. It'll be passing between the west coast of Colombia in Peru and the Galapagos Islands, heading downrange toward the south over, eventually flying over Antarctica and then back up on a northerly trajectory on the other side of the world to set up for that restart of the upper stage engine and stage and payload separation at T+1 hour.